Welcome. I'm here today with Michael McConnell. He's the CEO of EasyFill. Michael, it's a pleasure to have you here. How are you doing?
Great. Thanks for having me. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you as well. Excited to talk about some of the things that EasyFill is doing. We're going to start off with just some very specific questions about the business model and what you guys actually do. Let's talk about on-demand fueling. What is on-demand fueling? How does it work specifically with EasyFill?
Sure. On-demand fueling is really basically how it sounds in the on-demand platform. So the consumer downloads the app, they have it on their smartphone. They can then order for fuel delivery within a timed window, either one-time or recurring orders, either at their home or their business. And then we also do fleet accounts where we arrange delivery times for fleet businesses as well.
Got it. And then looking at the EasyFill platform, because all of this really does tie together, but what are the benefits of the EasyFill app and the technology platform that you guys have developed?
Yeah, technology is a big part of what we do. So it all starts what we talked about with the consumer app where you can order on demand or recurring. We also have a fleet dashboard. We also have an operational dashboard, an Easy Tech app that they use that talks to the meter on the vehicle and also all the instruments to communicate with the customer as well in the fueling process. Route optimization is a large piece of what we do. So we have artificial intelligence actually that is constantly optimizing the route of our drivers in the on-demand platform and the items. And then also inventory tracking. So the inventory tracking as far as the amount of fuel that's left in the tank to then bounce that against the on-demand orders that are left in the time slots in the system as well. So as you can see, technology is a big piece of what we do as far as delivering fuel on the on-demand platform.
Absolutely. Let's look at the industry as a whole too. What competitive edge would you say that EasyFill has in the retail gas industry when you look at other players in the space?
Sure. Simply starting out today, the customer just has one choice going to the gas station. So the first advantage is options. They can order to have it delivered at their home or work. The second really is our four-step business model. So one starts with the customer ordering via the app. The second step is we buy direct from the source, from the port or the rack. So we get the most efficient cost as far as buying the fuel. The next is routing optimization. So continually refining the optimization and delivery windows of the routing and what the customer requested to deliver on time in the windows they've requested. And then the last part is really payment processing and the analytics that we learn from the customer. So having the ability to understand how the customer behaves, what they do, being able to communicate via the app as far as push notifications and understanding that behavior is an advantage that we have versus what exists today.
100%. That makes a lot of sense. And then when you're looking at the factors and the trends that have contributed to the increased interest in the on-demand fueling, certainly a more recent trend in fuel delivery, what factors would you say specifically have led to this uptick in interest?
Sure. There's a lot of factors that are pointing to the benefits of on-demand fueling. The first really is the decline of gas stations overall. So, very quickly, if you just look in the mid-90s, there's about 200,000 gas stations. Getting all the way to 2015, there's about 150,000. So you had a 25% reduction in just gas stations because it's just a better use for the land that they sit on and how they're used. And also some states and cities it's illegal to open a new gas station. They're not allowing it anymore. So as gas stations continue to decline, the need for fueling is still there, creates a great opportunity for on-demand fueling. As electric vehicles continue to grow and rise, again, that puts pressure on gas stations to decline, more opportunities for mobile fueling, but it also creates a different way of getting fuel for your vehicle. Customers are beginning to see you don't have to go to a gas station. There are different ways with an EV as far as plug-in, different options as far as fueling your vehicle. And then the on-demand platform trend, it's really reset things. It's a new standard for customers today. So they understand on-demand very well, especially with what you would consider everyday consumable items. Another thing is the efficiency. People are very interested in being as efficient as possible in how they use their time. The on-demand platform obviously hits that bullseye. The issues with gas stations today with crime, credit card skimming, things like that, that simply does not exist when you go with the on-demand platform. And then probably last, but most really timely today is it's touch-free or contact-free service. So one of the most contaminated items on site today is a gas station pump handle that you can touch. When you go on demand, that simply goes away. That doesn't exist anymore. So the contact-free or touchless type of benefit customers are really looking at in a product or service that they choose today.
Got it. And then, of course, we know this is a larger trend, but consumers' interest in the on-demand services, it's exploded over the last few years, particularly during the pandemic. We've seen the success of companies like Uber, the DoorDash, the Instacart. Where do you see gas delivery fitting into that on-demand economy scheme?
Yeah, we see it fitting in, right in line with those, with identical kind of behavior. Because if you think about it, when you mentioned Instacart, DoorDash, Uber, those are like everyday or weekly purchase items for a consumer that really fits well with the on-demand platform. Retail fueling fits in exactly like that. People are buying gas, daily, weekly. So it has the same characteristics to really take on and really explode there. If you look at those markets, they've had, I think, 20%, 40% year-over-year growth in the on-demand platform. Retail fueling is a $500 billion industry. So the growth potential there with on-demand is just starting, just hitting the tip of the iceberg, but we think it can very quickly mirror the DoorDash or the Instacarts and those type of entities as well.
Absolutely. And looking at this from a business's perspective, to kind of flip the script just a little bit, what benefits can the businesses and the services that operate fleets of vehicles derive from using that mobile fueling service like EasyFill?
Yeah, it's an extremely great business case. It's really a no-brainer, especially if a fleet business today is using fuel cards. So, the benefits are immediate as far as efficiencies, less wear and tear on the vehicle. There's an environmental play because you're reducing individual trips to the gas station pump. You're starting out with a full tank in your fleet every morning without having to go to a gas station. And then with fleet cards, you eliminate the use of fuel cards, which means you pretty much guaranteed every drop of gas is going into your fuel card with EasyFill is going into your tanks and not anywhere else. So the business case is really a no-brainer. And we've had virtually no fleet accounts really turn away from us once they've used our service and once they've experienced it with the businesses that we have relationships with today.
Got it. And of course, a recent announcement in the excitement for EasyFill, you announced that you'll be starting a trial program with the AMS Energy Technologies to utilize portable above-ground gas stations to refill those fuel delivery trucks more efficiently, especially in the Florida area. So why do you believe this program specifically has the potential to evolve the mobile fueling industry as a whole?
Yeah, it's a great station, and we're really excited about this pilot program. But basically what it will do for us is make us more efficient with the delivery of our gas. So if you think about a hub and spoke type of operation. So today, if our truck's 1,200 gallons has to be refueled, we'd have to drive all the way back, to the original rack or to the fuel source. If we can put these above ground tanks, which are portable, and we can move those around just like our truck assets you can, it will eliminate some of those trips back in half. So the potential for us would be increased efficiency in delivery, not needing as many trucks to use as we can, and really turning a more efficient turn as well. So these above ground tanks are going to become much more widely used, as some of these older gas stations, there's a 20-year limit, or where they have to renew their underground tanks and have leakage and some of those issues. So we believe, starting this trial with AMS Technologies will create some great benefits for us in the future.
Absolutely. And speaking to the future, as you wrapped up that point, where do you see EasyFill in the next 3 years? What does the roadmap look like? What are the progressions? And what are some of the biggest milestones you're going to have to achieve to get where you see that 3-year future being?
Yeah, it's a great question. We're going to be on a heavy expansion plan, for the first several years, as far as expanding our footprint and growing and continuing to evolve and grow, expanding fleet relationships with fleet companies that have a regional or national footprint as well as a big part of our business plan. I think you're going to continue to see consolidation and more and more companies expand their footprint with relationships with fueling partners that make sense from a strategic point of view.
Outstanding. Michael McConnell, CEO of EasyFill. Certainly excited to have you back on again soon to look at future developments. CEO of EasyFill, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.